The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, O Lord.
Jesus said to his disciples, "Be watchful, be alert. You do not know when the time will come. It is like a man traveling abroad. He leaves home and places his servants in charge, each with his own work, and orders the gatekeeper to be on the watch. Watch, therefore. You do not know when the Lord of the house is coming, whether in the evening or at midnight, or at cockcrow or in the morning. May he not come suddenly and find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to all, watch." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today, I want to tell you a story about an event that totally shocked me, our family, and our close relatives and friends. And I'm sure that something like my story has occurred or will occur in your lives or the lives of your family and close friends. And I hope that this story can be a lesson for all of us. 2.5 years ago, I went in for my annual physical expecting to get a good to go result from my doctor. Everything looked good, but as a precautionary measure, he asked me to have an abdomen scan just to be on the safe side. I said, "No problem, I'll do it." On my way home, he called me to come back to the office. The scan showed that I had a very large cancerous tumor on one of my kidneys. And the kidney would probably need to be removed. Now, I was blessed that it was discovered in time. But I wasn't prepared for the anxiety, the downright fear, and the pain that I might go through. Everything I had been looking forward to came to a screeching halt. My schedule was filled with more doctor's appointments, more tests, and learning more about kidney operations than I ever wanted to know. And selfishly, I was wondering if I would be able to recover in time to enjoy the upcoming summer. For the first time in my life, there was nothing to do but buckle up, take one step at a time, and hope to get well. I tried hard to see my shock as a gift or a wake-up call. And I wanted to unite my sufferings with the sufferings of Jesus, but I would open a book and couldn't concentrate. I would turn on the TV, but shut it off quickly, tired of hearing all the bad news of the world. What if thoughts? What if this? Filled my head, wondering if the cancer might come back or show up somewhere else. I could make those thoughts go away for a while by exercising, watching a baseball game, or going to a movie with Karen. This unexpected time was becoming a cross that I was hoping would not become heavier. But here's the good news. During and since that time, I have learned a few things that I should have known all along, but I didn't. Let's call it The learning curve of gratitude. The learning curve of gratitude. Sometimes it's the smile of a stranger that helps. Sometimes it's the many phone calls from friends and relatives checking in on you that can calm the easy feelings, the uneasy feelings. I found my refuge in running meaningless errands just to get my mind off of what might come. And I remember one morning, the lady who rang up my groceries and asked me if I wanted paper or plastic. Then she told me to enjoy the rest of the day. And I looked at her and I said to myself, I think she means that. And I went out and sat in my car and told myself, get a life and just enjoy the day and be thankful for it. And we can all experience the learning curve of gratitude. Simply try not to say, have a nice day like a robot. Try not to get mad at the elderly driver in front of you. Try not to go crazy when your internet access is all screwed up. Try not to be judgmental of everything or person that comes along. And you could say that this litany of ingratitudes indicates that we don't want to be human. But the learning curve of gratitude, however, can show us exactly how human we are. Tonight, tomorrow, or the next day, tell or show your spouse, your parents, your loved ones, how much you really do love them. Take more opportunities to watch the sun go down and look forward to its next sunrise. And thank God for all the moments that you have felt His loving presence in your life. And don't take as long as I did to appreciate just one more day. Throughout the advent of our lives, we encounter the returning of the Lord of the house, as we heard in the gospel. Those unexpected changes and struggles, like illness, loss of a job, loss of a loved one, and the list can go on and on. Events that shake us and unsettle us, reminding us how precious and limited time is, and how grateful and humbled we should be for the lives we have. Advent challenges us to see our lives not as a disjointed set of experiences and circumstances, but as a pilgrimage to the dwelling place of God. A journey in which every moment, every step is a new revelation, a revelation of God's loving presence in our midst. And we hear Advent calls us to be watchful along the way. Be attentive to the unmistakable signs of God's love and peace in our lives. To live life expectantly as a gift from God. We are Advent people, not only during this season, but throughout our lives. We watch, we wait, and we pray. Advent people can see in the dark. They find hope where mere optimism is not enough. Advent people demonstrate that patience and faith are better than anger and anxiety. They say, wait and see what God can make out of a bad situation. This season of Advent signals us to watch, to pray, and always be ready. Always be ready. Because you see, something wonderful is about to happen.